In this presentation, I'm going to take you through the June 2022 exam paper in the subject Marketing, examined by the Zambia Institute of Marketing under its postgraduate diploma program. So the subject is Marketing. The past exam paper is June 2022. My name is Saboi. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Captain37, and like and follow my Facebook page, Marketing Study in Zambia. And if you wish me to take you through your individual studies, you are welcome to get in touch with me privately and we can have a discussion. Let's proceed. As we proceed, if you can, I encourage you to have with you the actual exam question paper, because some of the questions are paraphrased for the purposes of being able to fit on the screen and for the purposes of emphasizing on specific points. So question number 1 read as follows. Explain the following within the context of developing messages on and around COVID-19. Explain the following within the context of developing messages on and around COVID-19. And I wish to emphasize that this particular question is paraphrased. For you to have a look at the actual exam question, you need to look at the actual exam question paper. So the following were given. Number 1, source credibility. The student is expected to explain what is meant by source credibility and how this can be best understood within the context of developing messages on and around COVID-19. Number 1, source credibility. Number 2, celebrity sources. Number 2, celebrity sources. Number 3, fear appeals. Fear appeals. Number 4, humor's appeals. This probably should have read humor appeals. Humor appeals. Number 5, comparative advertising. Number 5, comparative advertising. And number 6, emotional appeals. So a student had to explain the meaning of each one of these within the context of developing messages on and around COVID-19. So COVID-19, like everyone else already knows, caused a lot of problems for us and humankind. We lost a lot of loved ones, a lot of people were affected, and a lot of businesses were affected. Now, in the process of those experiences, businesses and organizations came up with initiatives partly to educate people on how to prevent or how to avoid, how to stay away, how to remain safe within all that was happening. And that also included educating people, like I mentioned earlier, educating people on how to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So one of the factors is source credibility, another celebrity sources, a third fear appeals, number 4 humor appeals, number 5 comparative advertising, and number 6 emotional appeals. Let's start with source credibility. When we are talking about source credibility, the source refers to whom the message is coming from. The source refers to whom the message is coming from. There is a close relationship between the source and the sender. So whom could be the organization and the sender could be an individual who conveys the message. This could be the public relations manager, it could be the marketing manager, it could be anyone who the business thinks is credible enough to pass on the message. With that understanding of source credibility, an audience will listen to a source that they consider credible. An audience will listen to a source that they consider credible. And what is credible? What does credibility mean? Credibility refers to a state of trustworthiness. So an organization may send through someone who the target audience considered to be trustworthy. Why would they be considered trustworthy? It is because the source may be an expert in a particular field, or it could be indeed someone who has experienced that which they are talking about. So for example, in this particular context of COVID-19, it is possible that a business or an organization will use a COVID survivor to pass on a message on how best to remain safe and how best that particular person who is infected can remain healthy. So trustworthiness is about the source being an expert or indeed someone who has had an experience in a particular area of discussion. Number 2, celebrity sources. Celebrity sources. A celebrity is a well-known individual who attracts a large audience. A celebrity is a well-known individual who attracts a large audience. For example, we have in Zambia, Mutale Mwanza. Mutale Mwanza has got over 1 million people that follow her. Over 1 million people that follow her. She is a celebrity. So celebrities are influential and they attract attention to a message that they share. Celebrities are influential and they attract attention to a message that they share. And that is what you want as a business. That is what you want as a professional. That when a message is communicated, people pay attention to that particular message. People will pay more particular attention to a message when a celebrity is the one that passes on that message. Why? Because the celebrity is not only influential, they also attract a large target audience. Celebrities, in a good number of cases, are considered as credible in an area in which they are known for. For example, if you get a musician such as Marky2, Marky2 is a celebrity who is known and respected in the musical space. If you get Mark2 to talk about a medical condition, yes, whilst people may listen, they may not consider him as credible because he is not a medical profession. However, he is an excellent music artist and influential in that particular area. So celebrities, indeed, to repeat, are influential. They attract a large target audience, and also they may be considered credible in an area in which they are known for. Fear appeals. Fear appeals. Remember that an appeal is a call upon to someone to change or to act accordingly. For example, the government could appeal to citizens to provide information which may lead them, or the police, that may lead the police to act or recover what could be stolen property. An appeal is a call upon to someone or a group of people to change or act in a particular way. So, appeals may come from different fronts. An appeal can come from a positive front or it can come from a negative front. An appeal, indeed, could be based on a positive variable or a negative variable. In this particular case, fear is a negative variable. And when we use fear appeal, we are appealing to people, calling upon people to act in a particular way, because we are sharing with them what are the possible consequences if they do not act in a particular way. For example, if you do not sanitize your hands using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer, the chances of you getting affected by COVID-19 are extremely high. Or you could actually show people that are sick or show people who are bedridden, and the message could be, you can be like them if you do not do this, that, or this. So what you are using is fear. You are using a negative variable to call upon individuals to act in a particular way. It is, however, very important to take note that the negative consequences must not be exaggerated, such that the target audience don't even believe what you are saying. Negative consequences must be factual. Number 4, humor appeals. Humor appeals. So like I had said earlier, humor is about that which makes people laugh. Others find joy, they find happiness, they laugh about it, and they get relieved of whatever stress they could be experiencing. Humor is a very important element of human communication. It attracts attention. It also encourages engagement. So when humor is used, it could include, for example, animation, jokes, a song, or indeed action such as drama. All that done in a humorous way can attract not only a large target audience, but can also engage an audience's attention, and because of that, a particular message could be shared with a particular audience. Humor is an excellent tool that captures attention. Important, however, is that the humor must be relevant to the subject of discussion. And the subject of discussion is COVID-19. Whatever the jokes are going to be on and around COVID-19, it is important that they're going to be relevant to the target audience, and also very important is that the jokes or the humor is not offensive. This is very, very important. It must be very sensitive. The jokes passed on, the jokes shared must be very, very sensitive. And therefore, the people who are making the jokes, the people who are planning the particular communication must do so with understanding indeed who the target audience are. In so doing, the business is going to communicate adequate information education-wise, or it could be informational on COVID-19, and indeed it could point to its products as products that could assist in the fight against and the prevention of contraction of COVID-19. Comparative advertising. Comparative advertising. This comes from a point of comparing two different products or two different objects side by side. Comparative meaning you are comparing two or more different variables side by side to show how different they are. And these particular comparisons are important because they capture an audience's attention who may want to know the difference between product A and the difference between product B, the difference between product B and the difference between product C. A customer or a member of the public who is a target of the message may give attention to the very fact that they want to see the difference between the two products. So this presents an opportunity for a business to demonstrate how the two different products are. Number one, you would have captured the audience's attention, and number two, you have an opportunity to present how different the products are. Therefore, take advantage of that particular situation where you have the audience's attention and ensure you do a good job to educate the customer that when you use product A, the values or the benefits that you're going to get are these values and benefits. Compared to when you use product B, the values and the benefits may not be as enough as if you use product A. The demonstration may influence an audience to try out that which you are promoting. Because remember, the comparative advertising is promotional in nature. You are doing that on the foundational basis or on the foundational point that there are two products, you're comparing them, but you want the attention of the audience to go towards your product and how best and valuable it is compared to the other product. Emotional appeals. Emotional appeals. Emotional appeals are a call to action based on influencing the audience's feelings. Emotional appeals, remember what I said earlier? An appeal is a call to action or a call to someone to change their behavior. If you are appealing to people to stop littering their dirt, it means that you are calling upon them to find better ways in which they can manage their waste. An emotional appeal is a call to action based on influencing an audience's feelings. Unlike fear appeals, which I talked about earlier, with fear appeals, the call is on and around the negative consequences of what could happen if someone does not change their behavior. The negative consequences of what could happen if someone does not change their behavior. So unlike fear appeals, which focuses on negative feelings, emotional appeals focuses on positive feelings. Emotional appeals focuses on positive appeals. It focuses on the positive things that a customer may experience based on a change in behavior or that which they do. Attempts are made to manipulate emotions so that the audience would act in a desired way. This is very important, and indeed emotions can be manipulated. So what can be done when coming up with a message on and around COVID-19? You would, for example, show a picture of people that are living healthy, people that are having a good time, they love each other, people that are really happy and smiling and having dinner together. Why? Because you'd show in the particular advert or a message that because they exercise, that because they eat fruits, that because they do 1, 2, 3, or 4 other things, it's entirely up to you. The rationale is that when it comes to emotional appeals, you are calling upon the audience to change or act in a particular way because of a positive value that they can benefit from after attempting or after doing that which you are calling upon them to do. So these 6 areas regarding a message: number 1, the source credibility. Number 2, celebrity sources. Number 3, fear appeals. Number 4, humor appeals. Number 5, comparative advertising. And number 6, emotional appeals are what the students needed to write on. Number 1, source credibility. Number 2, celebrity sources. Number 3, fear appeals. Number 4, humor appeals. Number 5, comparative advertising. And number 6, emotional appeals. These are what a student needed to have addressed. And this, of course, is within the context of developing a message on and around COVID-19.